All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. This is the full moon in Gemini. It's called the cold moon. It's kind of cold. Well, you can kind of dig that a little bit. It has a little bit of that to it. In fact, on my pre-shuffle, I've got I got a snowy owl. So that makes a lot of sense, I suppose. What is this energy about? Well, we talk about this. It's about truth, right? It's the queen of truth, I suppose, in a big way. It's about communicating. This energy, this full moon, is about communicating. It's about getting things off your chest, about opening up honestly and listening. It actually is generally, this particular one anyway, is okay at listening back. It's also about an energy is part of it that we've been talking about. It's been popping up in readings here and there, separating fact from fiction. The definite line between what you believe to be true and what's actually true. There's a lot of things that we just, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to believe that. That's happening a lot in societal energies. In the soulmate cycle, it's also happening. You're looking at people realistically in your life, in situations. And I've got it right here. Plain and simple. The surface energy came out almost perfect. I shuffled. I cut the deck, and then I shuffled. It's funny, I had the King of Swords when I cut the deck. I'll tell you that. And then I shuffled for the pre-shuffle. I got the Queen of Swords on the surface, crossed by the Tower. Shocking truths. When we actually pull our head out of the sand, it's amazing the things that we see. And that's what this is. This is, it might even be the energy itself ripping your head out of the sand. I'm not sure. Full moons are about a cycle ending. This one definitely is about that. It's very powerful energy, right? There's the lies. There's the 7 swords. Here's the truth. Here's the lies. Here's the head in the sand being ripped out, right? Walking away from things that no longer suit, things that we had feelings for but don't, things that aren't emotionally fulfilling. King of Cups, 9 of Cups, right? We're talking about these things. 6 of Pentacles. We're talking about it and we're giving these things. The surface energy came out perfect. That would be anybody's tarot read right there. Be a decent little short. There's your short. But I don't like shorts. Why? Well, I mean, mostly because partial information is fucking dangerous. And this is great. This is all great. You can get this from any horoscope you might read on the internet about the astrology of what's going on around this moon. Anything I said, you probably just fact check me and back it right up. Oh yeah, he's right. Oh my God. Yeah. But there's a lot more going on than that. There's a lot that happens when we pull our heads out of the sand and look at that line, stare at the line of what we believe and what's actually true, right? What we wish, it's about wishful thinking sometimes. All right. Well, somebody attached to you has been fooling themselves for quite some time. So let's see what we can get on that. As for you, look, hey, when you pull your head out of the sand and you see something, believe it. Don't just shut it down. Well, I don't want to see that. Okay, you don't. There's a difference between you don't want to see it and it's not there. I mean, it is what it is. So it's about people in your life. It's generally this moon, this particular energy is about people in our lives, people in situations, but primarily people. It's attached to people. All right, here we go. Let's go. Let's see where we're at. Somebody attached to you has had their head in their sand for a while. They've been deluding themselves. They've been lying to themselves. Probably in reference to you, I would imagine. It's Steve's Love Tarot. I mean, what the hell. Bottom of the deck, the 5 of Cups. There it is. The sad horse. It's one of the cards, I've been telling you since I got here, the 5 of Cups, along with the 3 of Swords, is one of the cards that ends the separation phase of the soulmate cycle. There it is. It's a sad horse. Somebody shame is attached to this. It's not a sad horse, he's shame. Right? They're ashamed of themselves. I bet they are. Sometimes it's real easy to just do shit when you got your head stuck in the sand. I don't want to be together, I'm going to run. When you're not looking, it is what it is. It's a whole different story when you see it, right? It's after the cut, the King of Pentacles. Somebody wants to make something right with you, and they hope you'll listen. Can I put it that way? They hope you'll listen. Somebody wants to. They might go, yeah, this moon does have that tendency, doesn't it? This energy, I could feel it here. Somebody might go overboard, right? A little bit. I don't know. I mean, it might land you with a nice gift. It is a King of Pentacles. if somebody attached to you, this will apply to a lot of people. I mean, there's one main energy that's coming in here, but as far as other people around you that you have, that have had their head in the sand or whatever and want to talk to you and all that kind of stuff, if they go overboard, all right. If somebody's seems like they're trying a little too hard, normally I'd say that's a negative. I think in this case, you might want to be a little bit flattered by it and maybe give them a break. All right? Do what you want to do, make your own decisions. You know me, I'm the first to tell you that's fishy, somebody going a little overboard, right? But, yeah, normally I'd say that. But in this case, I would cut them a little bit of slack, all right? Because I wanted to see what was fueling this. I've got that Page of Swords. And it's the one where I notice the little stars around the barn owl, right? It's disappointment, right? Somebody's very disappointed in themselves, but somebody realizes your value for sure. When this is the nothing compares to you energy, right? Where I make Ireland cry. I used to do redneck Sinead attached to that. I mean, oh, terrible of me to do that. Okay. Anyway, that's why I'm not going to do it again. All right, let's shuffle the deck. Nothing compares to you, right? Oh, I remember the old days. All right, here we go. Let's shuffle the deck. So yeah, cut them some slack a little bit if other people try too hard. Somebody else is going to come in and definitely wants to they got a lot of shame attached to their energy. They're very ashamed about what they did or said. All right? Well, let's find out. Let's shuffle the deck. It's general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve Love Tarot here for a reason, this reading is timeless. I'm not a fucking Time Lord. Whenever you find this, you're meant to find it. All right? The overall energy of this reading is 7 cups. Well, what's fueling that real quick? 10 swords, yeah. It's about setting the record straight once and for all. It's an energy of confusion with 10 swords. It's about setting the record straight once and for all. Somebody setting the record straight. We've had this energy before. It's playing out, in this case, in setting the record straight. It's about communication. This moon is all about communication. I'm surprised there's not a fucking 8 of Wands here, to be perfectly honest with you. Who knows what'll come out? All right, let's see where we go. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's the 3D energy around this person. This is their soul. This is the hidden energy message to you from the universe. It's red with the energy of your connection. Right here's the potential final outcome. Somebody wants to really set the record straight or something. Maybe they think you misunderstood something. I don't know. Or maybe they purposefully misled you and they want to fix that up. I'm not sure. Whatever it is, there's some sort of confusion that somebody wants to put an end to once and for all. And I think you get a chance to do that with them as well, this one main energy. Remember what I said about the other energies around you, because I think this goes on a lot with several people. All right. This is also playing out in societal energies as well. This particular thing has been coming up in my offline readings quite a bit. All right. Energy around your connection. What is this? Yes, that's why I kind of scratched my head. I'm like, oh, what is this? It's a Page of Pentacles. It's this. Oh, man. Somebody's got a lot of shame. It's that energy where I might say they're very nervous to talk to you, right? Somebody's figured something out. Sometimes when we do, if we bury our head in the sand and we let something slide, right? Because we believe I don't want to believe that, so I'm just going to bury my head in the sand. Sometimes when we pull it out, we feel it's sort of it's a shame-filled. What was I thinking? I don't know what this person did to you, but wow. Okay. They may be blowing it up in their mind. You might be like, well, Steve, geez, it's not that bad. I got you, maybe, but to this person, it's a big deal. There's a lot of shame attached. They're very nervous to come forward because they're going to have to eat it. They're going to have to bite the bullet, eat their ego. This is an ego-eating machine, this just full moon in Gemini. It is. And this particular year, it's particularly cold. I believe it's a super moon this year. I believe it is. I don't have my notes in front of me, but I'm pretty sure it is. Anyway, if it's not, it sure as fuck feels like one. I will tell you what. 3D energy around this person. 10 cups. Yeah. Somebody's been a bit delulu. Somebody's been a bit delusional. A little bit. It's an energy of somebody who, there's more here. We're going to have to clarify it, but it's basically an energy of somebody here who has to admit that, in relation to you, they have to admit that they like you. Sort of, it's it's kind of childish, it sounds, but it is sort of like that. But it's somebody as a whole who has to admit that they've been a bit delusional about themselves, their life, the people around them, their beliefs. I mean, it could be anything. It could be anything. It's like an across the board energy here. This is like almost has a mental breakdown attached to it. Oh my goodness. All right, well, their soul is here. What is it? What's going on? It's bookends, this little scared fawn. It's another page. Of course it is. Yeah. It's a page. Page of Wands. Oh, God. I wish I could take you for a ride on my offline reads, my societal reads. You'd be blown away by how fucking amazing the symmetry that's coming in here. But it's sort of this person who realizes that they're small, that they've been made small by their own. They box themselves in. I'll put it that way. It is on the communication side of this moon. It is a fruitful communication. It is somebody desperately in the soul, desperately wants to make something right, and they're incredibly nervous about it. I mean, like a new kid in a new town on the first day of school. All right, imagine that. You know, if you've ever moved, I had to move around a lot, so I got used to it. You know, but I in the first couple of times, you get real fucking nervous. You're like, oh God, you know. Oh man, I'll tell you. All right, anyway, just a lot of nerves here. Why? What's going on? I think this may apply to a lot of people around you. I mean, not a ton, you know, but I mean a few. This might be. Message from the universe to you. I'm not even sure if it's read with that. Yeah, 3 swords. This is a big deal to this person. It's a bigger deal to you than you think it is, whatever they're nervous to tell you. This is a powerful soul connection. It takes a lot of love to cause this. I mean, it's not even a heart anymore in this deck. It's all ripped to shreds. It's also old energy. When I'm drawn to the fact that the way this looks, it looks like an Old West wanted poster, right? From the Wild Wild West days. It looks like that. That tells me this is old energy. So this is someone who you maybe just to help you, it might not be for all of you, but it might be somebody you thought would never change, somebody you thought would never come around. It is possible. I do have a snowball's chance in hell energy here, especially when we started with that snowy owl, right? They live among the snowballs. Let's see here. Potential final outcome for you, red with 10 cups. I'm going to take a peek. I'm just going to take a peek. I'll show you. I took a peek. It's 9 pentacles. Oh. I don't know if it's saying you should give it a pass or not. This is we've had a 9 pentacles come out as a final outcome for you before, and I said I wasn't sure because there's a lot of different energies attached to this here. And I want to be right. I do. I want to be right, but there's no way I can be right and make people happy here, because the way the energy comes off of this, it's like too little too late for you with this person. It comes across like that. I'm already established. I'm already on my own. I'm good. I don't, you know. Yeah, at one point, I think, I'll put it this way. I'll soften it. Even though I don't like softening. You know, we don't have time for softening things and the energies that are around right now. But I'll soften it for you. I think at one time you needed this person. I think at one time you felt like this person in some way fueled your life or would help you or something along those lines. I'm not sure, but in this energy, you're completely independent. It's a whole lot of too little too late. That's the only way that's probably the softest way I can phrase it. I'm not sure. I got a Fool here randomly at the bottom of the Witches, which we're going to use to clarify. We'll see what happens when we clarify it. Let's first clarify the Page of Pentacles. Let's go. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? I don't know why, but for some reason, with this here, I talked about the Wild West over here. I got that Wild West song from Kid Rock ringing in my head. I don't even know, man. What the hell? It's crazy. All right, let's talk about the Page of Pentacles. What do we got? Why is the Page of Pentacles here? Fucking hell, I'm a cowboy. Anyway, it's the 3 of Wands. Crossing it, yeah. This person's in territory they've never been before. They're nervous. They're nervous. They're in territory they've never been. People have a hard time in the DMs in this cycle. The King of Wands out in the real world, whatever. The King of Wands in this cycle. We'll talk about the soulmate cycle. I've said have a hard time admitting they're wrong. Once they even realize they're wrong, it means they have to admit that they've been wrong, and that's the difficult part. That's the part where they have to go, shit. They might have to give a win to another side that they don't want to give a win to, right? So again, it's this whole saving face. Till and even if they go over a cliff, they're going to save face. That's what this person's trying to do here. They're in new territory. They really got to eat it. I said that too. I said they've got to eat their ego. You'll notice we don't have a King of Wands here, do we? No, we got the little Page of Wands. That king's been knocked down. That could have been a King of Wands right there, but it's not right now. What's on top? This is new territory for this person. What's on top? Queen of Wands. See? I mean, you see what I'm saying? It's fakey McFakerman here. I think they're going to fake it till they make it. Somebody here... Was that here before? Yeah, look, see? The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Truth. Somebody is going to... They're trying to figure out a way to tell you some of the truth. You see the clouds? Fakey McFakerman with that, right? Some of the truth. Maybe I could just tell Steve's viewer what they need to know. Okay? You're not going to get away with that in this moon. And the way it's blending with Venus and Sagittarius, right? We talked about Venus and Sagittarius. Open-minded, open-hearted, maybe to a fault. You know, again, don't let them get away with that. This moon will help you. This moon energy will help you not let them get away with it, at least for the first couple of weeks of it. All right? This is happening with a lot of people around you. There's a lot of people around you that had their head in their sand about you, right? I get that a lot. I mean, this channel attracts my soul tribe. You got to have a little Steve in you. You know, I mean, I get that all the time. People don't want to believe that for a long time, I give advice to people. They don't want to believe it half the damn time because, you know, they're used to getting sugar-coated and all kinds of stuff. I'm talking about offline, not online readings. You know, they don't want to hear it. You know, it's not what they want to hear. And then they have to admit at some point it proves itself correct. Like my friends always say about me. I said this in the beginning when I first got out here. I said my friends always say I'm annoyingly right. Right? It is annoying sometimes to be right about something like whatever this person has to realize they're right about. Or they were wrong about, I should say. You were definitely right about something here. But I think you got your shit together. You sort of moved past this a little bit. I don't know. Or maybe this is a power card for you. We'll find out when we get there. But part of it is this Ten of Cups. So let's see. The Ten of Cups. Why is that here? Why is that? Yeah, I told you. It's crossed by the Eight of Swords. This fucking person, the environmental energy around this. It came up in a monthly write-up. I think it was for October. I talked about the Talking Heads song, right? This is not my beautiful house. This is not my beautiful wife, right? You find yourself living in a shotgun shack, that kind of a thing. They're looking around and they're confused. Somebody, and I got confusion here. Somebody's getting straight on it. What's on top? The Two of Wands. Yeah. Why is that here? The Five of Wands. There's not a lot of resistance here. Somebody is saying things, cashing checks that they can't cover. Somebody is saying things they can't take back. There's a way of saying that. What's the bridge? Yeah, karma, judgment. Somebody here is starting over. Absolutely. Absolutely. Somebody's realizing that fake happiness isn't happiness. That being right about something. I think their own delusions are biting them in the ass a little bit. They're coming back. Oh, this energy flows from here to here, so we've got to clarify that. Why is the Page of Wands here? What does this mean to you? Well, it means you get communication from this person. It is a communication moon. It's all about that. But it's also a listening moon. So make sure you listen. And make sure you also cut this person some slack. Because you're getting a warning here that they're not going to tell you everything. They're trying to find a way to do it where they can at least save a little face. You know? You can laugh at that a little bit. That's kind of funny. You know? It shows how important you are to them because they could just let this slide and let it blow off. But they feel like their whole life is slipping away if they do that. Anybody that's made a mistake or a bad judgment in this energy about a person or a situation is going to feel like it's all sliding downhill in this energy. Because it's ending a cycle, and we're already in the new energy, the mustard rhino of 2026. We're already in it. It's already happening. And that's all about, if you read my write-up, when I wrote about the mustard rhino, that's all about looking at things that we never wanted to look at. So again, these themes are coming up. And it's not just they're coming up in my reading. This moon is about that. Go to any reputable astrologer, they'll tell you the same thing. It's about the line in the sand of what we believe versus what's actually true. It has a lot to do with that. In a way, it's blending with Venus and Sagittarius. It's almost frightening. All right? It's almost frightening. It's almost like a giant alarm clock waking people up. This is happening with this person, whoever this main person that's coming in here, on a big level. It's interesting to me that we got a lot of pages surrounding this bullshit Ten of Cups. And the biggest card we've got here, and we got a lot of bullshit here. We got bullshit, trying to find a way to be truthful with bullshit. We got a little minor arcana, and we got this fucker right here bridging it. We got judgment, God, source, the universe itself. It's that line the Bible, for example, talks about all the time. You can lie to other people. You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to God. You can't lie to the energy. It knows the truth. The energy around you knows whether you're doing something good that's for the greater good, yourself and others, or you're just doing something that's selfish. You can lie and say, well, I'm not being selfish. You can lie. It doesn't matter. The energy knows what it knows. It's binary energy. It's black and white. So somebody getting spanked for their, I don't know, stupidity, for lack of a better way to put it. Why is the Page of Wands here? Doesn't matter whether you're talking about, if you're not, I get people all the time, they say, you talk about Bible, I'm not religious. Well, fine. Energy, change the word God to energy. It's the same thing. The energy knows you're lying. You can lie to other people, you can lie to yourself, but the energy around you knows damn well what's going on, whether you're doing something for the greater good or not. Somebody getting spanked because they weren't. They're living like this. They did this to you at some point, and they're catching karma for it in a big way. What's crossing the Page of Wands? The Ten of Cups. See what I'm saying? I just got done saying these cards are read with this. This flows, primary flow, 5D to 3D, from here to here. That's a Ten of Cups. That is a Ten of Cups. Crossing this. It's all about that. It's all about somebody realizing that they made a mistake, and they're getting spanked like a child for it. They're getting punished, sent to their room without dinner. All right? What's on top here? The Two of Cups. Your souls want each other. That's what's causing all of this underneath. Way down inside. You got two souls. Look, I'm going to put some hocus pocus on it. You got two souls. Your soul and their soul. And they had a chat up there in the 5D and said, hey, let's get together. Let's go grab a drink. And once that happens, the 3D person will, if the 3D energy, the 3D you here in the real world isn't on board, well, it better get on board or it's going to keep getting spanked. And that's exactly what's going on here. I'll tell you what, I'm cartooning it up. That's not exactly what happened. It's just two energies that are attracting each other. But my story is better, and I think it gets through a little more clear. These two energies got together in the 5D, said, hey, let's grab a drink. The 3D energies are coming along whether they want to or not. I think you're going along with this. I think you're fine. I think you're good. I think this energy here is trying to do some stupid shit. When you got God's source, the universe, the energy itself right here, and you're trying to figure out a crafty way to tell a partial truth when it's time to tell the truth, when you're being shown the whole truth, that's not for the greater good. That's why they keep getting spanked. They keep getting sent to the room. Why is the Two of Cups here? The Six of Wands. It's exactly what I said. I'm checking my energy read. Is Steve right? Or you bet your ass I am. These two energies decided in the 5D to go have a drink. And that's why all this is happening. And under this energy, this moon energy helps. It is very helpful. But the core energies are supporting it. It wouldn't matter if this was the cold moon, the beaver moon, the shit horse moon. It doesn't matter. It's the core energies are supporting it. We just happen to have the right moon energy for it. A very talkative, chatty energy. Gemini. It's a Gemini moon. Gemini is Mercury. Chatty. dated a Gemini for a little while back in the day. I had a very deep soul connection with that Gemini. She was chatty. She'd turn on me on a dime, but she was chatty. I liked her. All right, here we go. Three of Swords. All right, let's see where we're at. Let's see. Three of Swords. A message to you. Three of Swords. It is a chatty moon. People are going to be chatting to you. Some are going to be trying too hard. Normally, I'd say that's a red flag. In this case, it's not. Right? Although, if you happen to be at a bar and somebody's trying too hard to get in your pants and you don't like that they're rubbing your arm and all that stuff, go ahead and throw a drink on them. I mean, I'm not saying you got to put up with something like that. I'm just saying if they're trying to get in your good graces, it should be seen as flattering, at least for the next couple of weeks. Right? Make your own decisions. Use your judgment. Creepy McCreeperman is not flattering under any circumstances. I got you. Your energy is still very attractive, so keep that in mind. You're a magnet in a nail factory. You're attracting all the nails. All right? Good ones and bent ones. What's going on here with the Three of Swords? What do you want to tell my people? Justice. What I said, this is you. They did. What did I say? Rewind. I said they did this to you at some point, and I think it was a while ago, because it's got the Old West look to it, and I don't always alert you to that. I don't always talk about that. Some of you have been here a while. You know I've almost never said that. Well, here it is. It's an Old West poster. Might have happened in a past lifetime if I'm to put some hocus pocus on it. It is possible. You are getting justice on some old energy here. Whether it happened in this life or back in the Old West, I can't say. It could be both. Could have carried over from the Old West or before and into this one. I have no idea. I can just tell you when I'm drawn to the fact that looks like an Old West wanted poster that it's old energy. You're getting some justice on it. That's the good news. Justice for you and I and everybody else here is balanced energy. It's happiness. You're getting some justice. Let's go. What's on top? The Eight of Pentacles. Now that's red with their Queen of Wands. That's not about this. Why is that here? Oh, wait, it is about this. Why is that here? Why is that here? Yeah, Ace of Swords. This is this is funny because she holds this truth. This is a truth you didn't know you wanted. This is justice you didn't know you wanted. You're getting more than you thought you would get. It could be that too. You're getting more than you thought you would get. Right? I mean, I don't know. You're waiting for the verdict to come in on somebody who hurt somebody in your life or something like that. And you thought they were just going to get a slap on the wrist or 5 years or life in prison. And they get life in prison plus being set on fire. You know, I mean, it's a bit of that. You're like, it's more than you thought. You're getting truth you didn't know you wanted or needed, or it could be because this is such old energy and it didn't even happen in this lifetime for a few of you. You're getting justice on a pain that you didn't even know you fucking had, but once it's gone, you know it's there. You notice it's missing once it's gone, right? It's like salt in food. You don't see the salt that's in the food, but if it wasn't there, you'd notice, you know. It's especially true with something like cornflakes, for example. You know, you'd notice if some of the flavor enhancers they use weren't there. You know, but you don't notice them. You don't look at it and go, "Wow, I can see the specks in there." You don't see that. So at the end of the day, here, that's good. Good news for you. Right on. See this card, Seven of Cups. Here it is again. It's the bridging energy here. I'm going to dwell on this. It's a message for you. This is different for all of you. This is, like I said, I'm not even sure this is completely red with this. This is just all about you. You might be confused as to what this Three of Swords is, but pay attention to what I just said. Sometimes things are there, and they affect us. You know, I'm over it, Steve. Okay. Sometimes you're not over it. You don't know you're not over it until it gets taken care of, until it gets dealt with. All right? Sometimes that's the case. You don't notice the salt, but you would if it was missing. You go, oh, where's the salt at? Yeah, it's a bit of that. All right? Good for you. That's nice. You get some justice on an old Three of Swords. That might go back to gold rush time. I don't know. I doubt it. Just catch my drift, right? It's old energy. For some of you, it is past life energy. That's why this 7 Cups came out. The universe is backing me up. It's like, yeah, some of them don't even know that 3 Swords is there, Steve. Okay, cool. Well, there you go. It was affecting your life while you were busy doing other things, whether you realize it or not. Some of you do realize it. Some of you have been very aware of this 3 of Swords. But you've moved past it. Now, I've got this 9 of Pentacles for you in the final outcome. Why is this here? Because it's red with all this. You're getting some karma, too. And you might have a thing or two to say. Your final outcome's red with these. So your energy's attached to the 3D energy as well. You might have some things to say. You've got some plans of your own. I don't know. The karma feels good on your side. How do I know that? Because that's the real deal. How do I know it's not so good on their side? That's not necessarily the real deal. You know, and people do this all the time. People are fucking delusional. You know, I got people on my block that are delusional. I got people who live near me that don't even have a couple of $100 in their checking account, that are driving around in Maseratis and living in houses that you'd be envious of. They don't have 2 nickels to rub together. They leverage to the fucking hilt, right? Anything goes wrong and they living in their Maserati and hiding from the repo man. You know, this is that kind of energy. Except it's more on an emotional side here. Somebody's doing the emotional equivalent of that in their life, you know. Keeping up appearances. It's stressful. And it always comes back to bite you. Even if it's just the stress of it that kills you. Stress is the biggest killer. Stress is the worst fucking thing. It's terrible. It'll kill you faster than drinking, smoking, and hookers all together. 9 of Pentacles. Why is it here? So you got the real deal. You're liberated. You got a liberation energy here in your final outcome. The Magician. This is alchemy energy. It's lead into gold. There's something about this that I don't know. It could be the removal of the 3 of Swords. I have no idea why. Well, when somebody pulls these out, your heart beats a lot better. I can tell you that. I mean, we'll see. What's on top here? I see. I said in the beginning, didn't I say an 8 of Wands should come out in this reading? Didn't I say that at the beginning? I did. I think I did. I said it's about communication. I'm surprised there's no 8 of Wands. I said it probably around there. There it is. 8 of Wands. I mean, I'm just saying, if you're like one of those people who's like, are they going to communicate? Well, yeah, it's like I told you, we've already had the short. The short says that they regret it, they turning around and coming back, and they're going to reach out. I get that. You know, but there's a lot more that goes on that's important to know, like hiding the truth and what's going on, and karma that's involved here, and the 2 souls that have gotten together that have caused the thing. Anyway, my point is, you're getting something off your chest too, is the point here. Why is that here? We got 2-way communication going here. And it's very liberating for you. It's part of your justice, I bet. Why is the 8 of Wands here? The Page of Cups. What's the bridge? The Emperor. Well, I said you're getting some good karma on your side, right? Well, here you go. You finally get to take control. I mean, there's 2 ways to read this. There's a fun way. They're both kind of good. But, I mean, the fun way to read this is you love that this person's coming in because now you get a chance to tell them to fuck off, right? You get a chance to take control. You're in complete control here, all right? In fact, you decide what happens. Well, that's liberating. That's an energy of nothing to lose. When all this comes together, you've got nothing to lose. It makes you extremely powerful. You're all set. You're karmic debt free, right? You got an empty karmic debt credit card. You're fine. You got a chance to do what you want. You can have a new love with this person, right? You can apologize to this person for something about you, which raises your vibration even more. Here you are already in a position of power, and you're willing to apologize about something that you did wrong, because it does take 2 to tango a little bit with this energy, right? Or you just start again with this person, or you decide not to. The whole decision lies with you. This person showing up is empowering for you. This God source, the universe itself, it's on your side, not theirs. It's spanking them. But it's on your team. It's wearing your uniform. Right? Oh, man, that's fucking wicked. And look at this. Look at this. Transformation. Lead into gold. I said to myself, what's fueling that magician? It's the Queen of Cups, the most love I could pull from the deck. Some of you might, it's my Desert Queen, some of you might decide you don't love this person anymore, but you're glad that you got a chance to straighten some things out. And for some of you, it's the beginning of something very beautiful here with this person. It's going to vary for all of you, I can't say. There's too many people watching. But it's all good. I mean, it is a communication reading on crack. We even got communication itself in the key position in the final outcome. So I know people love that shit. So, hey, there you go. Do I think you need to reach out to this person? I don't think so. I think your souls are already set the date to have drinks. So, I mean, hey, 3 cards from the bottom and a crossing card. What else you want to tell my people before I go pull some wicked voodoo on this? And I have to. I've got some kind of soul contract, or your souls know each other. Maybe they grew up together. I don't know. I mean, but either way, I've got something big happening here. And what is this truth? You know? And what is this karmic debt? I don't think the karmic debt is touching you much. I think you already paid yours, and I've told you that before. But let's see. Doesn't mean you can't play this wrong and rack it up again. Right? Try to keep in mind for the greater good. Do stuff that's good for you and is good for the other person in some way. All right? In other words, if you want to show someone where they went wrong, berating them, belittling them isn't the way to do it. Right? You might be inclined, I said, you're glad this person shows up because now you could tell them what's what. Now here you are sitting in, now I'm the powerful one. How are you going to use this power? Are you going to fuck yourself up the ass karmically and rack up karmic debt by being maniacal and shoving this staff right up their ass? I don't know. I don't think you will. Not one of my viewers. But somebody else's viewer maybe. I don't know. But again, make sure it's for the greater good. Don't rack up any karmic debt of your own here. 3 cards in the bottom. I don't have a devil, but I could. We might get one in the extended. I don't know. Whoa, look at that. The cards, oh my God, the cards broke. I've got my 3 cards. They are, which way did it go? It went Queen of Wands, King of Wands reversed, Knight of Cups, and a 2 of Wands. That's the way the cards want to fall. That's the way they're going to fall. All right. I mean, they exploded that way. We got to take it as they fell. These are red, center, left, right. Somebody is, I'm right. I talked about this before. This person nervous. I said they should have come up as a King of Wands, but they didn't. They came up as a little page. Yeah, they're having to eat it big time. But here's the Queen of Wands again, and here's the Queen of Wands right here that flows right to it. They're coming in with good intentions, but they are... you're not going to be able to make plans with this person. The message to you is you're not going to be able to make plans with this person because you might be inclined to go with this person. I think you like whoever this is. You're not going to be able to make plans with them until we deal with the upside-down cobra in the room. The upside-down King of Wands can be a bit, it's sort of like a King of Cups where upright, they're afraid to share their emotions, and reversed, in certain contexts, they share too much. This is someone who lies a little too much. They might try to, these clouds might get pretty thick. If you have to dig for the truth, you can't make plans with that person. But if you allow some energy to flow, I think this resolves itself. I don't think you have to do anything. I think you can be a very benevolent emperor here. All right? Be careful. I don't think you need to go crazy on them or anything like that. That's what it says anyway. But it's interesting that the King of Wands came out reversed, and it is a maniacal version of it. It's somebody who knows that they have to eat it, but they still want to try to save some face. They want to be right a little bit. Like this is like an energy of somebody who was completely wrong, 100% wrong all the way around. But they hope to God that they're trying to sell it where they were only half wrong. You see what I'm saying? It's a bit of that. You can't really make plans with people like that. People, you need somebody that's willing to change direction when they need to. You need somebody that's a little more flexible than this. All right? So, but I think it straightens itself out naturally, and they do have good intentions. That's your reading. I've got to pull on this connection. This is going to be interesting to pull on too. It's almost a devil right there. And the way it flew out, I'll tell you what. If you want the extended, there's a couple of links at the top of the description. I hope this reading was helpful. Good luck.